Okay, YouTube, I've got another one, and this one is the Eminem Greatest Hits Curtain Call. So Eminem was in the process of taking a break about 10 years ago, and numerous things were going on. He had the sleeping pills, which he talked about in Relapse as to why he took so much time off. His best friend Proof was killed. He was trying to get back together with Kim, the mother of his daughter, and just among things, the success and things that he's talked about, like in songs like Way I Am, probably just stressed him out boatloads in 2005. So with that, it was kind of said that he was taking a break, but he released 3 new songs with this album. So at that point, he had 4 albums out, not counting Infinite. So he put together 3 of the best singles, or the 3 singles from each of his albums, or 3 of the best singles from each of his albums. Slim Shady LP only had 2 singles, so the only other thing to do was add some new content. Now, this was a very brilliant concoction just because greatest hits can be hit or miss, because it's always about that bonus material that you wind up with. Some people will put 1 new song, some people will put 2, but usually about 3. I don't really recall too many folks doing 4, but 3 new songs is extremely brilliant. So this is something to know. It's the only place you're going to find songs like When I'm Gone and Shake That with Nate Dogg. This is the last Nate Dogg Eminem song, and it's one you'll probably want to hear. So this is something. I do have appreciation for these songs, and When I'm Gone is a really good one. That's one of my favorites. And so the only other stuff to note is that, you know, the songs that you're going to hear, like, for example, you're going to get Without Me, you're going to get Cleaning Out My Closet, you're going to get Way I Am, you're going to get Stan. Eminem clearly has enough content to fill out a greatest hits album. I almost think he could have gone double disc. My biggest complaint about this project is going to get a 10, but my biggest complaint is that, you know, it probably should have been a double disc. I mean, really, this is for convenience. You know, most people would have said, like, disc 2 is not as good as disc 1 or something. I think Eminem probably could have filled it out. I mean, really, we know with albums like, you know, Superman is not on this album, and there are singles from Encore that are not on here, and there are album cuts from the Marshall Mathers LP that are not on here. Yeah, really, the only thing is I was kind of hoping for, like, maybe a few unreleased Eminem songs, just some extra stuff. I mean, obviously we did get bonus, but this could have been, I mean, I remember, like, Eminem saying that Encore, or the Eminem Show, was a series, and he does his albums in 2s. So that was kind of the cap. That was kind of the cap to the Eminem Show series, but it just felt as if there probably should have been more. I don't know the track, the length of time that this album took up. I don't know the amount of time that this album took up, but if it was anywhere close to 80 minutes, we probably could have gotten some more on there. But this record is clearly a 10. I mean, if this is the first Eminem you start with, you're going to be blown away. So that's kind of the main thing. So to sum that up, the social score is going to get a 10 too, because most people, I imagine, know who Eminem is. They're at least below the age of maybe 60. So that is one thing. Now, these singles did chart pretty well, and I know the song Fack, like, that one's a strange one, But you just have to kind of let Eminem's humor sink in. It really has a thumping type bass in it, and that's really good if you pay attention to the production on that. He's kind of being a clown in that song, but it's better in some traces than him being sobering like he tries to these days. So this is kind of the thing, is it, you know, you don't have to worry about, you know, wanting to salute Eminem like normal. It's kind of more like, hey, you know, this is just one to go through the night with. So, which is, you know, uncommon for Eminem. So that, we talk about that. Nate Dogg is on, you know, 2 out of 3 of these songs are club songs. That's really the thing, is it just is kind of lackadaisical. But yeah, so that's what it is. Social score gets a 10. Can this record be topped? It could, but only if we would have gotten more new Eminem songs. So there was that. He did follow it up with the re-up. The only other thing is you need to add this to your collection. So definitely go out and get it if you haven't. Subscribe for more fun.